I began my Maundy Thursday reflection yesterday talking about this idea, inspired by St. Paul, of preaching 5 words. Well, this homily is going to be longer than 5 words, but my words for Maundy Thursday were service and community. Jesus serves, and Jesus creates and sustains community through the Eucharist, even in a context where there is betrayal and loss. At the end of Maundy Thursday, we strip the altar. It is barren, devoid of life, like this altar. When we are together in church on Maundy Thursday, we strip the altar together of all of our symbols in order to mark Jesus' death and in order to wait on Holy Saturday for the resurrection. And so tonight's word is appropriately death. This is the day when we enter into the betrayal and death of Jesus. This is the day when we venerate Christ on the cross. If you have a cross at home, and I bet you do, this is the time to look upon the cross, to enter into Christ's death, to remember what that cross really means. It is not a piece of jewelry. It's not an ornament. It's our symbol of being a follower of Jesus. It's our reminder that we cannot get to new life without death. This year, Good Friday comes to us in the middle of a season of death, in a week where the news headlines are all about death. We keep hearing that the death toll is about to rise, and that things will get worse before they get better. For Jesus, on the very first Good Friday, things were not going to get worse. The death of Jesus is painful and sorrowful to contemplate. From the book of Lamentations, is there any sorrow like my sorrow? This year, in a way, we are entombed like Jesus. We are in an enclosed space, most of us, and we don't know how long it's going to last. We cannot do anything about our grief or our anxiety around our uncertainty. We can't run out and get a pizza or go to the gym or go hang out with friends or get a manicure. We just have to sit with all of this. Sometimes there is nothing to do but lament. If you're watching this at the appointed place during the liturgy booklet we sent out, go back and read Psalm 22. Or just grab your prayer book and read Psalm 22. Read it slowly. Read it out loud. This is our Good Friday offering of lament. Jesus' offering for us are the solemn collects that we pray every year on Good Friday, and which I hope you'll pray this evening. We are people of prayer, yes, but on this day, the prayers that we have in our booklets are the prayers that our tradition imagined that Jesus prayed on our behalf. On behalf of his whole church, on behalf of all of us. Sink into these prayers. If there are multiple people in your household, take turns praying them. And remember that death is not the end of the story, even on this day when death is in the midst of us. The good news on Good Friday is that the story does not end here. Our altars are barren, but God shows up nonetheless in our prayers, in our laments, and in our hope. And this, my friends, is very good news indeed.